The latest when it comes to do with the pandemic, and the number of COVID-19 cases in Ghana has dropped marginally from 1,589 to 1,580, according to the latest figures from the Ghana Health Service. Now, of that number, 24 and 6 are critical. Well, 6 are in critical condition. I'll get you those numbers in more clarity better. But we know that 90,324 have recovered. Now, these cases, 48 new cases have been detected in the last few days. The total number of confirmed cases has come up to 92,683, and the number of dead persons is up to 779. Rest in peace to all those who've lost their lives. Now, Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta has lifted the COVID-19 lockdown he imposed last month, allowing for a reopening of bars and restaurants, religious services and schools as the rate of infections ease. Now, curbs on travel in the national capital, Nairobi, and 4 surrounding counties will soon be lifted. Schools will be allowed to reopen following an education ministry calendar. Religious services will resume with some restrictions. Now, political gatherings would still be banned. On Zoom with us is Dennis Itumbi. He's a political communications and digital strategist in Kenya. Then it's great to have you. Tell us first of all about the vaccination drive in Kenya. What's the latest on that front?
Well, we still have a small problem on our vaccination program in Kenya, but that, according to the Ministry of Health today, is scheduled for an upgrade, and we therefore hope that most of the population will be able to get vaccinated. As we speak now, we are below 1% of the entire population vaccinated, and the people who got their first shot of the vaccination, the Oxford-based AstraZeneca, are going to have delays on getting the second shot. So, and Kenya has not approved any other vaccine except as the Oxford-based AstraZeneca. You remember that Kenya played a big role in the trials of AstraZeneca in its initial stages in November last year, and that explains why the Kenyan government went for the AstraZeneca vaccine. But due to the crisis in India, there has been delays. There has been delays in bringing the vaccine to Kenya. So that's where we are on vaccination in Kenya. But from the communication of the Ministry of Health here today, there is likely to be an upgrade on that front.
Now, I'm curious about the approval of vaccines, because for us here in Ghana, our Ministry of Health quickly approved the Sputnik V vaccines. Is there any work, and we know that some of those vaccines have already been received, is there any work being done in approving any other kinds of vaccines so that the people of Kenya can receive them?
Well, there is a problem on that. In terms of approvals of vaccines, there is definitely a problem in the Kenyan side, and therefore still a bit slow. Unlike Ghana, where you have approved Sputnik, here there is already a tug of war between Sputnik, those bringing Sputnik privacy, and whether or not government wants that to be available. Of course, there is some argument by experts that we should have vaccines that are available for everyone, those who want to, those who can afford to purchase, and those who get it free from government. So that's the situation here now.
Dennis, before you go ahead, we are having a challenge with seeing your video at this end, so if you can turn that on. Whilst you do that, I know that there will be many who will be relieved that the second lockdown has been lifted. However, the information we have is that there are still some people who are living in curfew. Can you explain that to us?
Well, yes, the curfew is such a challenge here, partly because, you know, COVID-19 brings up the political bit, then it brings up the social bit. So due to the curfews affect mainly the hospitality sector, which then comes with the transportation sector, guys who do Uber, guys involved in transportation, especially for those people working in, say, retail like supermarkets, late night manufacturers. So the curfew has, for the last 1 year, moved in between 8 p.m. Kenyan time, which should be 3 hours difference with you in Ghana. The bit the bit of the night economy, what we call the nighttime economy, has really affected quite a number of people. And that has caused a social movement in Kenya where you find artists, especially, because they then rely on the gigs they get during operational hours of bars, which are closed here now for over a year. Opened a little bit during this latest communication a week ago, but only up to 7 p.m. Kenyan time. That should be around 4 p.m. Ghanaian time. That has really affected a whole cluster of a number of people in the participation of the economy, especially socially.
Dennis Itumbi, thank you very much for joining us on The Pulse here on Joy News. You're live on the Joy News channel. This is your home of fearless, credible, and independent journalism. We'll be right back.